So what is the antibody antigen means? The reaction between the antigen and the antibody service is a proposal, and in this body they form some basics of antibody mediated infections, okay, or it is like a tissue injury in a some type of a hypersensitivity or autoimmune disease. Yesterday we had seen the hypersensitivity types, right? So we have a four types of hypersensitivity. So in that laboratory, they help in the diagnosis of infection in epidemiology surgeries, in identification of the infective agents and or non-infective agents like that. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the antibodies. Okay, so this y-shaped is the basic structure of the antibodies. You can see the chains here. Light chain is your red color and heavy chain is your blue color. Okay, so this antibody is normally this reaction is between the antigens and the antibody, and it contain a primary stage and the secondary stage. Okay, so the heavy antibody is there are types of a heavy chains are present as a alpha, gamma, delta, then a epsilon and a mu. Okay, micro mu. That is a mu is nothing but a mu, that is a micro we can say. Okay, so each chain have a two regions. Okay, one consists the region and another variable is a one variable will be the region. You can see this two layers. Okay, two regions you can see in this picture. Okay, this is your variable region and this is your constant region. Okay, so that light color denotes the variable region and your dark color denotes the constant region. Okay, and you have a three stages in this antigens. Okay, the one is your primary stage, secondary stage, and terrestrial stage. Okay, so the general features of the and your light chain have a kappa and lambda. Okay, so this is the site of the antigens. Okay, you can see that regions and variable regions present in the antigen chains. Okay, so your the general feature of the antigen antibody reaction is the reaction is highly specified as a antigen combined only with its hemoglobin antibody, and it is a vice versa also, and it entire molecules react and not fragmented with the antigens, and this is not denaturated of the antigen and or the antibody during the reaction it will act. Okay, so the combination occur when the surfaces or antigen or immunologically relative. So these are the features, some features of the antigens. Then how we have to measure the antigen and the antibody means the measurement can be made by the in terms of mass we can say, or most commonly we will use units or trites we can say. Okay, the trites of the serum will be influenced by the nature of the quantity of antigens and the type of the conditions and what conditions of the testing. Okay, so normally we will measure it in some units. Okay, so different classes of antibodies. So we have a five classes in the antibodies at present. So first is a Ig and Mg, Im, Ia, Id and IE. Okay, so these are all the different types of the antigens. So here this Ig is approximately 80 percentage of the serum antibodies. It will make made up of 80 percentage of serum, and it they has a half life of 7 to 23 days. Okay, and while this functions the functions of the Ig and all immunity to the newborn cells or newborn tissues. It will create a new immunity power to the newborn cells or tissues, and it will also neutralize of toxins. Okay, and it will bind to the fc receptor by the phagocytes. So this is the function of the Ig, and the IM's function is it is a 13 percentage of the serum. So Ig is nothing but 80 percentage of the serum. Here it is a 13 percentage, and the half life is about the 5 days. Okay, and mostly it will be in a first immunology. Okay, and the functions is a activation of the classical pathway and defense against the multivalent antigens, and it is also act as a option. So next is your IA is nothing but is a 6 percentage of the serum, and approximately this life half life also 5 days. Okay, and it will the functions are secondary antibody. It is act as an secondary antibody, and it affect against the virus and that causes influenza. Okay, and production to the infect guts. So these three are the functions of IA. So next is your ID. ID is approximately point 0.2 percentage of the serum antibody. Okay, so it is a very low percentage in this antibody. So the function is nothing but B cell activity. It is the basic for activating the B cell, and it act a receptor for the antigen bindings. Next year, IE it was discovered by the K and T. Okay, so here you're having a low concentration in the blood, which is around a 17 to 450 nanogram per milliliter. So it is a very low percentage of antigen present in the blood. Okay, so it and also it contain a small percentage of the lymphocytes. So the functions of this is the responsible for immediate hypersensitivity, and it will bind to the Fc receptors on mast cells. Okay, so this is the structure of the antibodies, five different antibodies. So your Ig will be in a different color. There is a orange and a yellow color, and your IE will be in a blue colors, and ID will be in a green with yellow colors, and IM will be in a uh, IM and IA have a different structures. Okay, so it contain a different structure, and it will form like a different patterns. So next is your autoimmunity. Uh, so in this antibodies and all, I had said right, you have a three stages, and the application of this antibodies and all, we have a different testings are there. Okay, so ring testing, slide testing, tube testing, immunodiffusions testings. So different testings and all present for this antibodies. Okay, so next is your immunodeficiency, that is a autoimmunity. So auto is nothing but a self they will create a self immunity to the body. So that is called as a autoimmunity. So here the agents will be present in one's in the own cell. So the own cell will create a antigen agents in the cell itself or a tissue itself. Okay, so that is nothing but a autoimmunity, and it will be altered by the action of the bacteria or virus due to the any chemical reactions, or it may be happen due to the any drugs consumption of drugs, or sometimes it will be a non-self also. Okay, so it is the electric the production of the antibody. It is a alterated cell, we can say. It is a alterated cell also, we can say. So this autoimmune diseases is nothing but it is a group of disorder, we can say. So the autoimmune diseases is a group of disorders in which tissue injury is caused by the humoral, that is the auto antibodies. So your injury is caused due to the auto antibodies, or it may be caused due to the autoreactive T cells to the self antigen. So that is called as a autoimmune diseases. Okay, and it is a condition in which the structural or functional damages is produced by the actions of immunological components in the cell, or antibody agents, or a normal component of the body. Okay, so the immunity which gives the protective agent by itself. Okay, so this is the self operation, and it will turns to opposing the injury to the self, and also it will exhaust the mechanism has not understanding in the system. And some features are identified in this autoimmunology, that is autoimmune diseases. Some features like that elevated level of the immunology, and it could be an auto antibody. Okay, demonstration of the auto antibodies, and accumulation of the uh, plasma cells at the site of cell structure, and benefits from the other immunosuppliers. Okay, due to some therapies, and it will be looking like a genetic towards the autoimmunity, and it will include the higher among the females. So even the indication will be higher in the female persons, and it effect will be chronic. Usually it will be in a chronic effect. Okay, so these are the causes of the autoimmune diseases. So first is a sequential or hidden agent, and neo agents, and session tolerances. So these are all the different causes of the autoimmune diseases. So here I had given the some examples for this causes. So first one is a scheduled place, or it is not accessible to the immune system. For example, we can say in a lens, sperms, uh, thyroglobins. Okay, so these are all the examples. And your neo agents is altered or modified agent, we can say. Okay, it will be affected by the physical and chemical changes. Physical changes in the sense the radiational effects, or drug due to the drugs, or any microbial agents like viruses, bacteria in the intracellular organisms. Okay, so next the final one is will be related to when tolerance to be the self agent is created. So the fourth one is a cross reaction agent. So cross reaction is always take place by the foreign agents. Okay, foreign agents will reassemble the self agents, and many species will shared organ specific ages. Okay, so for example, we can say the agent of the human brain, and the agent of the ship brain. Okay, and heart muscles. So these are all the different example for the cross reaction agents. And the loss of immunoregulations. So the loss of immunoregulation is a self-tolerance, and it is caused by the overactivity or lower activity by the T and the B cell. So whenever the T cell and the B cell are creating overactivity or lower activity, in that time, during that time, this losses of immunoregulation will take place. So your T cell and the B cell should be in a normal activity stage, that is a moderate activity stage. Okay. So next is your classification of the autoimmune diseases. So under this classification, basically you have a three classifications: hemolytic, and localized, and systemic. Okay, so you have a three types of three types of autoimmune diseases. Okay, so hemolytic is nothing but it is a clinical disorder due to the destructuration of the blood components. That is nothing but your RBC, then platelets. Okay, so those are all the uh, forming agent of the hemolytics. So under this hemolytic also you have a different types. Okay, autoimmunohemolytic, anemic, and a thrombocyte, and a leukopenia. So these are all the three types under the hemolytics. So next is your localized. So localized is nothing but some organ specific. It is related to the specific organ of a autoimmune disorders. Okay, one specific organ it will take place. So we can say multiple sclerosis. Okay, attacks, different attacks the thyroids. Okay, attacks the nerve muscle junctions. So these are all the different kinds of localized autoimmune diseases. So under this hemolytis also we have a three types already I told, right? So under this hemolytics we have a three types. So autoimmuno hemolytic anemia. So in immunoanemia, the red blood cells will be wanted with the antibodies, and that will penetrated by destroying in the spleens and livers. Okay, and the intravascular hemosis is the rare event. So in this condition the intravascular is a rare event, but in a auto thrombosis it will reduce reduction of the number of platelets counts in the blood cells, and which is because of the autoimmune, which caused by the blood losses. Due to the blood losses, that blood platelets and all will reduce, the count number of platelets will be reduced in the blood cells. Okay, then leukophene, under this autoimmune leukophene, it will reduce in the number of white blood cells. Okay, so thrombocytopenia is nothing but your platelets count will be reduced, and leukophene, your white blood cell, okay, WBC will get reduced, and which leads to the reduction in the immunity level in the body. So under this localized also we have a different kinds is there, specific organ. So thyroid gland and nerve system, eyes, diseases on the eyes, diseases of the skin, and s- uh, so this four types or comes under the localized or a specific organ specific autoimmune diseases. Okay, so whenever it comes for the thyroid gland, that it mostly or frequently occur for the females, and it will be associated with the enlargement of the thyroid gland, and it some symptoms also will come for this thyroid gland. Okay, for a nerve system, your neuropathic will be accident, and it will be following a rabies vaccination represented in the injured area, or the nerve system may be give a low response on the immunity. Okay, so next is your autoimmune diseases of the eye. So whenever it is coming to the eye, two types of auto diseases are seen in the eyes. Okay, you can see contract surgeries. Sometimes it leads to the intraocular accumulations, and it will be caused by the autoimmune response to the lens proteins. Okay, the lens in your eyes is there, right? So that eyes lens will uh, reduce the protein level in the area, and whenever it is affecting the skin, so autoimmune diseases of the skin is there is a three serious diseases in the skins which considered have the autoimmune diseases, which is basically as a uh, pigment and valgus and balloons. So these are all the different. diseases is caused in the skin level, okay, our body skin. So next is your systemic autoimmune diseases, or we can say it as a non-organ specific immunity. So this group includes the some condition characteristics by the immunoresponsive, which against a variety of self antigen, and it will damage to the several organs and the tissue system in our body. Okay, so in this also we have a lupus and arteries and fever. Okay, rheumatic fevers. So these are all the different example for the systematic autoimmune. So this will affect our kidney and heart, brain, lungs, nerve system, and it create a cross reaction between the antibody to the stereotypes. Okay, so this is the autoimmune diseases. So in this autoimmune diseases also we have a different kinds. So we had seen the different types of the autoimmune diseases, right? So this and all is a very long theory. So for example, I had given this thing. Okay. So next is your immunodeficiency diseases. So this immunodeficiency diseases and all, before going to the phagocytis, you have to know about the immunodeficiency diseases. So I don't have the PPT for that. So whatever the thing I'm telling, just listen. So your immunodeficiency diseases are the condition wherever the defect mechanism of our body is impaired. Okay, so and it leads to the repeated microbial infection in our various part in our body. So that is the immunodeficiency diseases. So this may classified as a primary or secondary immunodeficiency. So your primary is result from the abnormality in the development of immunomechanism, and your secondary is consequence of the diseases or a drugs, nutritional level or in nutritional inadequacies. Okay, so your primary immunodeficiency is specific immunity can be conveniently classified as different effects in the B cell response and the T cell response, or both B cell and the T cell, either B cell or T cell or both B cell and the T cell. Okay, so this is majorly divided into different disorders. Okay, so the disorder of the specific immunity is nothing but humoral immunodeficiency and cellular immunodeficiency, combined immunodeficiency. So these three are based on the disorder of the specific immunity. So next is the disorder of the complement and the phagocytus. So under this immunodeficiency only this phagocytus are coming. Okay, so next is your secondary. Secondary is nothing but before going to the secondary immunodeficiency, you have to know about the humoral immunodeficiency. So this is the X-linked immunodeficiency. It is seems only in the male infants. Okay, so it is mostly manifested or not apparent till above 6 months of the age due to the passive protection afforded by the maternal antibodies. Okay, so this disease is present as a recurring serious infection with the bacteria, and it will mainly occur for the maternal antibodies. Okay, so it is also manage the constant of maintenance of the adequate level and of the it can be achieved with an internal administration of almost it is a 300 milligram of the gamma globins will be there. Okay, gamma globins per kg. For 1 kg it will be a 300 milligrams in our body weight, and 3 doses followed by the 3 month of injection we have to follow for the treatment. Okay. So next is the cellular immunodeficiency. So under this cellular immunodeficiency, you have a this development can be defected by involving the thymus. Okay, so it leads to the thymus as a as to create a parathyroid in a thyroid gland. Okay, so this thymus depends area or lymphatic nodes or spleen areas in our body, and also it will circulating the T cells, and it reducing the numbers, and it reducing the number of T cells in our body. And the humoral immunoresponse is very very large, and it also are unaffected. Okay, though the primary involvement in the cell mediated immunity. So next is the phagocytosis. So phagocytosis is nothing but it is a one mechanism by which the cell engulf and carry a particles into the cytoplasm. So it will carry a particles to the cytoplasm of a cell. So these phagocytes are the white blood cell that protect the body by antigens, harmful foreign particles, bacteria, and death or a dying cells. So this phagocyte is one of the important playing a very very important role in the protecting cells in our body. So the phagocyte cell is looking like this. This is the macrophages of the phagocyte cells, macrophages and a neutrophile and eosinophiles. So this is the lymphoid. One stem cell is there. The stem cell contain a B cell and the T cells. Okay. So normally all the stem cells contain a B cells and the T cell. Okay. So then it will be converted into a different types of a stem cell. It will be creating a different phagocyte cells. Okay. So inside that stem cell, you may have a platelets, basophils, and a eosinophiles. So different structures will be there in the phagocytic cells. So next is the professional and non-professional phagocytes. So what is that professional and non-professional means? So the professional will accepted on their surface. Sorry, it will be the receptor on the surface. It have a receptor in the surface. So for example, we can say if it is the surface of the phagocytic cell means, so in that surface there is an envelope. So in that envelope, one receptor will be there. Okay, and it can detect the harmful objects. Okay, so then only whenever it is detecting a harmful object, that will make that will be very protective for the immunity. And non-professional phagocytes is not having such principal functions. So it does not contain any receptor in the outer surface or any does not contain any detector on the harmful objects and all. So this is the difference between the professional and the non-professional phagocytes. So under this professional phagocytes, which includes the neutrophil, monocytes, macrophages, dendritic cells, mast cells. So these are all you can see in this picture, right? Basophil is there, neutrophils is there. So you can see the different professional phagocytes, and the non-professional phagocyte is nothing but fibrinoblastous. fibroblastus. So this phagocytes collide in the process of remolding scars and osteoblastus. So you have a two types in the non-professional phagocytes. Okay, one is a fibroblastus and osteoblastus. So this is the main function or main location or variety of uh, phenotypes. Okay. So the main location for the non-professional phagocytes is blood, lymph and lymph nodes, skin, and connective tissues, bloods. Okay, so in the blood, lymph and lymph nodes are contains uh, lymphocytes, and your skin contain epithelial cells, and your connective tissues contain fibroblast, and your blood contain erythrocytes. So next is your professional phagocytes. So the professional phagocytes contains blood, which contains a variety of phenotypes is in neutrophils and monocytes. Okay. So your for your bone marrow. So where will be the bone marrow? Where the bone marrow is presented? So it will be inside our bone, right? So this bone marrow contains stem cells. Okay, so our bone marrow is made up of stem cells will be there. So this bone marrow contains a macrophages, monocytes will be there. And your gut and the intentional prayer patches contains the macrophages. And your cells is having skins having dendritic cells, conventional macrophages and the mast cell. So next is the receptor. So the phagocyte is mediated by the phagocytic receptor and the opsin receptor. Okay, so your professional phagocytes only contain the receptor. Your non-professional phagocytes will not contain any receptors in the surface. So under this receptor also you have a two receptors. One is a phagocytic receptor and opsin receptor. So under this phagocytic receptor, you are having a scavenger receptors that is just binder to many microbial legends. Okay, that is nothing but LPS and LTA. Okay, and a macrophage is nothing but your it binding to the man noses containing a microbial carbohydrates. Okay. Then next is your beta. Okay, beta glucan receptor. So this will be binded to the glycan in the microbial cell wall. So your glycan is nothing but your yesterday we had seen, right, which glycan. Yesterday we had seen a positive, gram positive and gram negative. Under this gram positive and gram negative, we had seen a glycan, right? Peptidoglycan. So under this beta glucan glycan will receptor will binded with the glycans in the microbial cell walls. Okay. So next is your opsin receptor. So opsin receptor contain a complement receptor. That is the CR is nothing but your complement receptor. So this will be your antigens. Okay. So these are all your antigens. So here opnin contain a C3b or it is a cleavage protons. Okay, we can say a cleavage protons and a complement receptors is like a CR, CR1, CR3 and CR4. Okay, this is a macrophages. Okay, one is a macrophage, another one is a macrophile. Okay, so immunoglobulins FC receptor also will be there. So in that opsin will be acting as a antibody. Okay. So in this type, the opsin is acting as a antibody. So immunoglobulin will be act as a Fc receptors. So next is the stages of the phagocytes. So we are having a four stages in the phagocyte: hemotaxis, adhesions, and phagosome formation, digestion. So it will start from the hemo, that is a hemotaxis, and it will end with the digestion. So this is the process of the phagocytes. So first process is nothing but your microbials or another particle will enter to the cell. Okay. So this process is nothing but a uh, hemotaxis and aggression of the microbial to the phagocytes. Okay, so this is a one phagocytes and one microbial is adding, or one microbial is interacting with the phagocyte. So this is your plasma membrane. So it will break the plasma membrane and it go inside the phagocytes. Okay, so this will be your cytoplasm, and you can see the vessels, phagocytic vessels. It will create, once it is entered to the phagocyte, it will create a phagocytic vessels. Okay, so it create a one, like a one envelope or a one cover. Okay, and it will get contact with the lysomes. So once it is a formation of the phagosome has happened, it will second, the second stage is nothing but your intelligence of the microbe by the phagocyte. And your third stage is nothing but formation of the phagosomes. So which is nothing but one vessel it will create. And fourth is nothing but a fusion of the phagosome with the lysomes to form a phagolysomes. Okay, so uh, it will create a phagolysomes by combining with the lysomes in the cell. So next, what will happen means this will create a one digestive enzymes in the fourth stage, and under the fifth stage, it will the digestion will take place. Okay, the digestion of the ingested microbes by enzymes. It will be digested by the enzymes present in the lysomes. So it is a partially digested. So one after this fourth stage of the process, phagocytic process, under the fifth stage, the phagocyte will be partially digested by the microbes. Okay, in the sixth stage only, it will be completely digested. Complete digestion will be take place. That is a indigestible materials, some indigestible materials also present in the sixth stage. So under this sixth stage, it will form the formation of residual body which contains a indigestible materials also. So you can see that indigestible materials here. Okay, so this sixth stage is nothing but your residual body. And after the sixth stage of the process, it will release or discharges of waste materials. Okay, so whatever the waste material present in the residual body or that phagocytic vessel, that will release the entire waste material from that area. Okay, so this is the process of the phagocytis. So it contains totally 7 stages. Okay, so adhesion is nothing but the plasma membrane will attach to the surface of the pathogen or a foreign material. Okay, so the this adhesion can be inhabited by the capsules or M proteins. Okay, then opsonization is nothing but coating process, which option is facilitated with the attachments, and it will include the antibodies and the complement proteins. So this is will be your oppositions. So here in this phagocytes you are having a two receptors, right? One is your phagocytic receptor and the, just wait. Just a minute, I will share the slide. So your optionization is nothing but this creating a, it is just like a process of option facilitating the attachments, and it will include the antibodies and the complement protons. So next is your how the phagocyte is creating bonding with the enzymes. Okay, so initiated by this can be initiated by the phagocytic receptor or option receptor. So this two receptors only creating the bonding between the phagocytes. Okay, and the macrophages and the, so this is the two receptors, linked receptors interactions between the phagocytes and the cells. So next is a phagosome formation. So you can see the at beginning you had see the entire process in this picture. Here I am showing the different step by step process in a clear visual. Okay, so you can see the engagement between the cluster and the receptor. So this is your macrophages and this is your phagocytes. So that is getting engagement with the outer layer, and it will create the phagosomes inside that, and it will create a one vessel. Okay, now that is called as a pseudophoric formation, and local acetylene polymerization will take place. So in this third stage your phagosomes will formed. So under this stage only the digestions and all will take place, and it will kill the intracellular functions. Okay, so it will act with the, it will create the enzymes, and that enzymes will create some particles will not be converted into a digestion, and some indigestive particles and all will be there. So such type of particles and all will be removed, finally it will be removed out. Okay, so the under the intracellular killing also we have a two mechanism. One is a oxygen dependent mechanism and the oxygen independent mechanism. So under this oxygen dependent is nothing but the killing of the bacteria, the killing of the intracellular is depend on the oxygen. Okay, your phagocytes contains the lysosomes and phagosomes, and after that stage that is converted into phagolysosome, right? So under this stage our bacteria is degraded within the phagolysosomes. Okay, so under this phagolysosomes only this oxygen and dependent and oxygen independent will take place. Okay, so this respiratory will be burst by the super roxic anode and the nitric oxide. So your oxygen dependent killing is based on the reactive oxygen intermediates, that is a O2. O2 is nothing but your oxygen, right? Superoxide anion and hydroxyl radical. Okay, then hydrogen peroxide, H2O2 is a hydrogen peroxide, and a hypochlorite anion. but your oxygen independent kills based on the deficiency and tumor necrosis factor and based on the lysomes, okay, hydrolytic enzymes. So based on the enzymes and all, it will kill the particle. Okay, so the reactive nitrogen intermediates and all nitrogen oxide, nitrogen dioxide, and nitric acid. So other killing agents, other oxygen dependent killing agents are monofluoramines. Okay, so under this oxygen dependent mechanism, the first stage it will form a phagosomes. Okay, so under this phagosomes, it will increasing the activity of the oxidase and increasing the oxygen consumption in the formation of respiratory burst. So due to this consumption of oxygen, it will utilize to reduce the molecular oxygen bonding to the cytochromes, and it will cause a burst of oxygen consumptions, and it will result to converting the superoxide anion or a hydrogen peroxide or a singlet oxygen or a, and a hydroxide radical, so which are all the powerful microbial agent present in this function. So next is their oxygen independent mechanism. So under this oxygen independent mechanism, your lysomes and the lactoferrins as well as create some protein in the substance. Okay, so which are oxygen independent and the functions are carried by the anaerobic conditions. Okay, it is fully based on the anaerobic condition. And finally, this will create a hydrolytic enzyme digest and it will kill the organism, and degraded will be produced at the end, and it will release the exterior. So whatever the unwanted particle inside that, it will be released to the exterior area. So this is the fourth function. So after this fourth function, everything will be, the unwanted materials will be removed out. Okay. So this is the main function of the phagocytic fourth function, and it is essential for fighting an infection and the subsequent immunity. And for a 1 liter of the human blood contain about 6 billion phagocytes. So this is a very very important thing. For 1 liter of our blood contain 6 billion phagocytes will be there. Okay, and it presents the part of the degraded peptides to the T cells. So finally, it will remove the unwanted, that is a waste material to the exterior area. So next is the apposition. So upon is nothing but the process whereby the opponents make a invading microorganism for more susceptible to the phagocytes. Okay, so this is nothing but an antibody or complement protein that enhancing the phagocytic by making an antigen. So that is called as a opponent, opsonin. Okay, so the major opsonins are immunoglobulin and certain plasma latex and is C3b and cleavage proteins. So these are all the major options. Okay, so you can see this major options here. So the activation and the entry, how it is getting activated and how it is enter to the cells and how it is the clusters are opening. Okay, so next is your immunoglobic and the complement, that is your different options. Okay, so here this green color is nothing but your antibodies. So this is your antibodies and this will be your one receptors. So up to this, your fifth unit, most of the topics in your fifth unit has covered.